to Adventures with Boy and Dad. I am also heavily caffeinated because I could not sleep. So let's see what chaos we can bring today. Hello everyone, this is Rin from Super Cat Punch, and I thought I was actually out of this place. But maybe I just opened the store. Yeah, I think maybe I just opened the store and we were near, where Brock and Sentry were. Yes, so we do need to talk to them. Let's do it.
Question for you. Anyone know where we can find Mimir's other eye?
Oh.
Wait. Wait.
I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, Odin asked me to... He wanted me to build a... He showed it to me, you see, and I... Declined. Sorry. Will you excuse me? Ooh.
Well, that was useless.
You know, it was about that same time that Odin came around looking for me to build a statue with some sort of hidden compartment.
I'm remembering what this is and where it is, and I am not happy about it.
Speckled cockers, I too saw fit to decline. But I know we got it built just the same.
What was the statue?
It's that one of Thor out there flashing his sack to the lake.
The statue that the serpent ate.
Sorry about that. Feeling much better.
How are we supposed to look inside the snake?
Inside?
Poor Sentry.
We better go see what the world serpent has to say about that. Well, lads, I don't know what lies ahead, but now would be a good time to make sure your gear is ready for the worst. Anything you need to do, I'd do it now. Just some sage advice.
I'm sure you can see where this is going, right? I'm sure you can. Alrighty, well, while we run to our doom.
Once more to the horse.
How was your weekend? Oh, and for my United States friendos, do you have any plans for Thanksgiving? Are you traveling? I'm gonna be staying right here, I think. I'd like to see my grandparents again. I think this was where the horn was. At some point, but they are 3 hours away, so maybe for Christmas. It's about time I went to see them, though.
Steady.
I think those seagulls are ready, too. But in my experience, if I was going to travel for Thanksgiving, I probably should have done it already, because traffic gets, like, insane the whole week of... And I did make the mistake of traveling on the day before once. Which was just a really bad idea. Did he just say Thor statue? Thor statue!
Is the statue lost to us?
He thinks it might still be in his stomach. And he's open to letting you roll into his mouth to look inside.
Ew. Really?
That sounds like a great idea.
He's not wild about it either.
Yes, Kratos, I agree. So this is a great time to check out Fafnir's storeroom, right? Right? We can go back.
So, are we really doing this?
No.
Letting the serpent swallow us?
You do not have to come.
Well, I'm not gonna miss this.
Boy's like, you sure you want to get swallowed by a serpent? Cool! I have the best dad! Are we really gonna detour for Fafnir's storeroom? Yeah. Yes, we are. Oh, and this is an excellent time while we are making our way over there and not to the serpent's mouth, to go over today's comment pottery, which is like the lottery but with hybrid. Pause. Oh. The bird just disappeared. Where I take a comment from one of last week's videos and we read it here.
I am more than okay rolling away from the giant snake's mouth.
Yes, me too. Me too. Oh, does that have something on it? It does not. Okay. So I don't remember where Fafnir's storeroom is, but I'm sure we can find it. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine.
Mimir, you never told us what Magni and Modi had to do with Hrungnir.
Oh yes. Well, what happened after Hrungnir fell slain upon Thor was that nobody in the court could get the stone body off of him. Thor was no use at this point, his brain rattled, his breath shallow, but none of Odin's men were nearly strong enough to help. Then enter little Magni and Modi, no taller than shrubs, and while nobody but myself was looking, they flipped over Hrungnir's corpse and freed their father. Magni, being blonder, got all the credit, and Modi remained bitter about it from
Blonder?
that day to the end, which I don't need to tell you about.
Oh, Fafnir's Horde. Okay, so I think I need to go northwest here. It's probably this area. So I'm gonna try going northwest. But yes, on our first obsession, CH Neutral said, Rin's basement, removing carpets, saw noises. I'm going to assume there was an accident involving lots and lots of red paint. No red paint, don't worry. Okay, I need to go this way. I think it's right past that tower. But yeah, no red paint, don't worry, it's fine. It's actually sunshine yellow paint. It looks very nice in the basement. Alright,
What happened to the city?
I'm not entirely sure, lad. It was abandoned long before Jormungandr came to town and flooded the place.
I wonder what it was like to live here.
it's probably fine. But yeah, it looks nice in the basement. I had my remodeling done. I removed the carpet from half the basement and put in some nice snap-in wood. I can't remember what they call that, but it's very, like, weather resistant, water resistant. Then I needed to redo portions of the wall due to some pet issues. So I primed it and then put in that sunshine yellow paint. That's what it was on the walls before. I just had to redo it for like the bottom fourth. So I did some feathering so it blended in with the previous paint and it looks brand new. So I'm very happy with it. Oh my god. You also said, how do I pronounce vase? I don't. I speak Spanish. Well, how do you say vase in Spanish? Oh, also, Spanish word of the day, chico, which means boy in Spanish. Boy!
Why did you work for Odin if he's so horrible?
It's my career! And if you mean to make your career as a counsellor to kings, you can't very well rule out petty maniacs. Available positions are scarce enough. My first master was a cruel piece of work as well, but I learned through him the enduring power of wit, which served me well with kings and gods alike. I couldn't have been much older than you when I started. A fairy king's errand boy and unofficial jester. By night,
Unofficial
my mates and I had to
jester.
run to the forest. Good fellows they call us. Knavish spikes to the last. We'll finish this later.
Why are we finishing this later? You can talk. Okay, where am I? I'm there. Okay, so I need to go south a little bit more, I think. Am I near the mouse? Oh god.
Let's see, my first job. Right. Me and my mates had the run of the forest, as long as we kept the fairy king amused. We'd get up to all manner of mischief, making fools of the local mortals. But as long as our lord was kept amused, we were spared the consequences. Then one day he was not amused, and I saw fit to move on. Thankfully, the ages and roads travelled since then have turned me from that merry wanderer into the paragon of virtue you see before you today.
We'll go with that. But yes, you also said since there isn't going to be a pottery, then there's no need to put redeems, right? You can actually put redeems here if you'd like, for Abscission. I know it doesn't make much sense since cat logic rarely does, but I may not always pull from Abscission for an Abscission video. It will probably work out that way. Did I say that right? I think you get what I'm trying to say. It will probably work out that way, but, in which case I would just disregard the redeem, but not always, so feel free to put them if you would like. I don't know if that made sense, but you'll piece it together. I'm a cat, it's my job to not make sense, right? Okay, this might be where it is. Oh yeah, you guys aren't alive at all. No doubt in my mind that you are totally dead. Wow, what a surprise.
Were all those guys part of his crew?
Oh, it's the crew.
That's a tough crew.
And all were his responsibility.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Does it frighten you? Responsibility.
Oh, no. I don't think so. I mean, I think it used to, but not as much anymore.
Why is that?
Well, being out here, with you, makes me feel more grown up.
Aww. Okay, so this is not right. How the heck do I get to Fafnir's storeroom? I mean, I'm assuming after we finish this part with the serpent, it's going to lift itself further out of the lake. Which may or may not make it easier to get there. Yeah?
Well, brothers, I've been to many strange places, but this will be a new one.
Yeah, I've never been in a giant's belly either. How about you, Father?
Never one that was not trying to eat me.
We really should expect that sort of response at this point.
Mimir, how'd you come to be in these lands?
They're really chatty today.
Lad, there comes a time in every man's life when he changes his name and heads north to make a new start.
Really?
If you live long enough to do this many times over, you might end up as far north as this place. By the time I arrived, I already knew Odin by his reputation, and so I set to demonstrate my worth by coming to him with something I knew he'd value. A mystic well of knowledge. Or
Yeah.
rather, I should say, a well of water laced with enough mystic mushrooms to make a god see visions. And we'll pick this up later.
Alright. Yeah, later sounds nice. Okay, where am I? This doesn't seem right. This is the mines.
Now, I believe I was just acquainting Odin with my mystic well of knowledge. Oh, he was rightly impressed. Can't say for sure what he saw that led him to try gouging out his own eyes, but I managed to restrain him before he finished the job. Then I persuaded him it has been his sacrifice made for an even higher form of sight to be bestowed. Blah, de blah, de blah, de blah. I used to think he never caught on, but the day he took my eye, I realized he had never been fooled. He knew I'd outwitted him, called the lesson wisdom, and hired me to make sure from then on I was on his side. And for a long, long time I truly was. Doesn't mean he didn't hold a grudge.
Okay, Fafnir's Ravine. Did we not go here before? I guess we'll know if we hear a dragon screaming. Hello, Artemis! Okay, Fafnir's storeroom. New area discovered. Weren't we here before? Really? Hello, Artemis! So, there's a little black kitten on my desk. Who may or may not make it difficult to play. When I'm playing Final Fantasy, it's like she knows when I'm about to go into more difficult content because she will find me and then she will come up here and sit on my arm because cat. So right now my hands are under my desk because I have my controller. So she is sitting on the desk right in front of the keyboard, but she can't see my hands and therefore can't inconvenience me as usual, so she is looking for them. Because cat.
Treasures from 4 different realms. Do you think that Fafnir went to Alfheim too?
I do not know.
Aren't you curious?
Fafnir?
Interesting.
We go to the storeroom to collect anything useful for our journey, not to learn more about the dwarf.
Fafnir was a rather interesting fellow, little brother. Perhaps I'll tell you
He
a
says
story
it
one day.
Fafnir, the boy says it's Fafnir. Interesting. I've never heard it said Fafnir. Which way would you guys say it? I think I would still say it Fafnir. Then again, I say Kratos incorrectly as well. Because I think it's supposed to be Kratos? Alright, so now we have a teleport to Fafnir's
Found anything
storeroom.
good in Fafnir's storeroom? Like maybe a whetstone?
I'm working on
I didn't
it.
think we'd see you out here, since you and Brock got back together. Everything okay?
Oh, better than ever. You know, I really think we've both grown in our years apart.
Not
So how come
vertically.
you're back here?
Just catching some fresh air. Look, I love my brother, but he still smells like a fetid dung pile.
I'm gonna get this bird. It hit it there, you saw that, right?
So, I heard you and Brock are kind of famous.
Well, you're half right. Whatever did you hear?
That you made Thor's hammer.
Oh, yes. we did do that. Mjolnir put us on the map. It was a legendary run. Gods and kings knew our brand. We really did make quite a team.
So what happened?
Oh, well, that's a long story. Things happened that made it difficult to find that certain spark, you know? Inspiration is a fickle mistress.
It can be.
Oh, enough distractions. You see the mess I have to clean up around here?
You actually have it incredibly tidy because your name is Sindri, so... But I guess you want to be left alone. I'll tidy it up a little bit more for you. There you go. Done, now you don't have to do it there. I think this might be the wrong place because I don't think we freed Fafnir, did we? This is his storeroom, but I don't think we freed the dragon. I don't remember where that was. I'll have to look into it. What is this? This is really pretty. I'm sure I'll remember.
There's something up there.
I hear something. Oh, hi, bird. Is the dragon here? I would have gotten all these
It must
things,
have gotten
though.
here first.
Reavers. Oh yeah, there are Reavers here. Okay, well the time has come to actually go into Fafnir's storeroom, and this will be a little bit shorter of an episode, but I do have to go. That is all the time I have for today. So we will do this next time, and I will try and remember to look into where that dragon is, because I just completely forgot that dragon that we ran away from. I think because the enemies were purple at the time, but they shouldn't be anymore. But yes, I hope I made you smile today, and I will see you next time. Bye! Bye!